Oh, right. You got it.
Yeah. No, I don't got it.
You know what?
I don't got the locks, but you do.
But no, you still doing good because your hair long though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she be doing it. Cause like when she be giving me them twists and stuff, my hair be on point. Makes me think of this one kid that came to the my second client at my last job.
Tell me, got you.
Yeah.
My name's Jared.
His name is Jared.
My name is definitely Jared.
His name is always Jared.
And
Or
his
Gerard.
His name is Dee.
Yeah, that's it.
From the Ville.
That's an added part.
And if you're not from the Ville, then you know who he is.
I mean, you may know who J. Cole is, you know.
But this not J. Cole, because I'm J. Khali'l.
Oh, yeah. And my name is a different letter.
From the Ville.
Yeah. Feel like this is fucking college, man.
No.
And I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Y'all stupid.
Oh, he gets worse. Like,
Y'all know y'all lie, right?
Yep.
oh, that's fine.
Cool.
The first day, he smacked me in the back of my head.
It's a few people with that story. It's actually a few people with that story.
Yeah.
My best friend Justin has banned anybody from smacking him in the back of the neck because he gets violent because of how much I get on his nerves by doing that.
Damn.
I got him in trouble in class in high school because he used to sit in front of me and just pop. And he turned around and reacted one time, and the teacher thought he was just like bullying me, and I was like, I'm sorry, friend. So he got in trouble for that.
Oh, man. I told my boys, I said that, I was like, when I flat out said, I was like, oh no, like me and Jared, I did not like him the first day I met him, but we got cool like right after that. He was like, why didn't you like him? Because during practice, I was ready to go. This nigga smacked me in the back of my head.
Y'all pick up the mic so people can hear you.
We gotta have him the whole time?
Yeah.
Bet, say this.
I didn't even know we was, okay.
I'm gonna set up my phone on this thing real quick.
Alright.
I got you.
Yeah, it's easier for y'all to just follow them.
Yeah. I'm on TikTok Live.
Just take it but not talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Nah, you wanna know my date of birth? Like you don't know my account.
You need to re-put in your date of birth to go live on an app you already got an account on.
That's weird.
Yeah, them new TikTok TOS kind of got everybody like,
Yeah. Still remember last year, Trump had banned TikTok, but then it got put right back up. But a lot of people was about to lose money if it stayed banned.
That's why they let it
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because people was making six figures. One dude I think makes millions. He's that black guy that always has his hands out.
So that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a scam. It's run by some folks out of China.
Yep.
Like they said, they offered him $975 million for his name and likeness to his holding company.
Jesus.
But they did it by paying him in stock for a company that doesn't exist.
So he just got fucked.
Well, the thing is, the value of the stock went up ridiculously high. So as long as he sold the stock before it dropped back down and people realized what was going on, people got paid.
Yeah.
But the problem is you can't sell 1.2 million shares of a company that nobody's ever heard of without it going belly up.
What's his name? Like Hobby or something like that?
Yeah.
Jane or whatever.
And then just to add a layer on that, I don't know if you know, but it was also a whole thing because if I'm not mistaken, he got deported by ICE last year or something like that. And that's another reason. So the fact that they gave him that deal after he got deported by ICE last year is kind of crazy because this is our first time hearing anything about him since then.
Yeah, facts. I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen him on your timeline.
Dang.
Yeah. But
he still got my support.
Here we are, live and local. Welcome in to Big Body Music Podcast with J. Khali'l and
D.
From the Ville. Y'all first time on here with two Scorpio brothers that know how to sing. What y'all know how to do with that? Nothing at all.
His words, not mine. But you know.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll say I've been on here before, so people are pretty familiar with me. So I want you to introduce yourself first, my brother.
Okay, so like you said, I'm D from the Ville. You were supposed to say that, brother.
You're right. Let's try again.
Okay, so I'm D
from the Ville,
and yeah, I do live in Huntsville. I'm a music artist. I rap, I sing, kind of, not really, and yeah, I just released a mixtape last year. Go check it out on YouTube. Urban City Blues, Dee Davis, and I'm also light skinned. So yeah.
Is your mixtape light skin, or what's it talking about?
I mean, it comes in different colors. But, okay. You know, it's light for the most part.
What kind of message are you portraying on that though?
Multiple messages actually. To be more serious about it, different perspectives. You know, like you got baby mama drama. You got stories of a child that gets turned down by their parents for like trying to be creative and find themselves. You got you know, cheating, infidelity, people praying to get out the hood, all that stuff. So different stories, different mindsets, still light skin, but yeah.
My thing is I was gonna say not to be funny, but to be funny. How you write about baby mama drama, friend?
YouTube.
Because you don't have no kids.
I know.
You don't have no kids. So how are we writing about this from experience? Did you talk to somebody, get their perspective?
Nah, so I'm not even gonna lie. And put it like this. First of all, shout out to all the men that have to go through this. Just know I was not making fun of y'all. I was just using y'all's perspective. But I watched a lot of videos, a lot of compilations involving baby mama drama. And what a lot of the videos that I did end up seeing, and I'm not saying that only men go through this, but a lot of the videos I did end up seeing was men that were like, you know, trying their best to be present in their children's lives, but the baby mama was like being bitter and keeping them away.
Okay.
And then of course, how they vented their frustration and sorrows of not being able to be there for the kids, and on top of that, you know, just the struggle of it in general. You know, I just say, you know, this probably be something that I can make a song on. But I guess that's why even in the beginning track, I flat out said this is a mixtape from different point of view. So I never actually claim any of them to be my experiences. You know?
So essentially, Urban City Views is kind of like, what's that musical? You ever heard of In the Heights, like The Heights or whatever?
I think so.
And it's like basically centered around like a Brooklyn project and the different lives of the people in that project. So essentially, your album is kind of like a Urban City Blues of the Heights type of thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can get behind that. Okay. Well, I would say y'all know me. My name is J Khali'l with Sound on the Hill. You know, I like to hit that rhyme every time. Both of them did. I'm a musician, curator, creative, make jewelry, I make sets, I make videos, I make spaces.
I just want to point out though, like,
I know
you gotta stay on him if you want some jewelry, because this man, like, I gave him money in February of last year for a necklace, and I did not get my necklace until August. So maybe even September. But just know, you're gonna have to stay on him, you know.
I would love to argue the fact that he might be a liar, but he's not a liar. If you do ask me to make jewelry, you do have to stay on me. Please. But in my defense, I always keep 50 million jobs, so that's the only reason I forget a lot.
I got one job.
See now, nah. I usually keep 2 jobs, so that's why I keep forgetting. This is like my first time not working 2 jobs.
Respect to that.
But I've been doing better because like stuff like that. Like I got like 2 people right now, and I told them to like stay on me because if I don't, I'm gonna forget to make the pieces. And it's not because like I don't want to. It's just like object permanence.
Yeah, stay on them.
But I appreciate it though because y'all keep me inspired. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be making jewelry. I've been going months without doing stuff like that lately.
Nah, man, we need you on there because you do can't lie. 5 jewelry, can't lie.
I'm gonna say I just gave Ben some stuff. I don't know if you don't got your necklace or not.
I forgot to wear it, I ain't gonna lie.
But I made both my earrings and all my bracelets and stuff like that. But I also I'm back on my piano too lately.
For real?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is our choir director gonna be happy to hear that?
Dr. Carn. Shout out to Dr. Carn.
Dr.
Dr. Carn would love to be proud that I'm on the piano, but the other professor probably wouldn't like that.
Okay.
But
yeah.
No, I've been back practicing some stuff. I've been trying to get better, like learning by ear.
Okay.
That's why like sometimes when we at Huntsville Drumline, I practice stuff like that. But I think that's actually dope because a lot of people don't know. Like me and you met in choir at college in 2017.
But how did it start though?
So I'm a bully. I will admit that. I just like, and it's not like a bad bully, y'all. I just like messing with people.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest brother, so I just like getting on people's nerves. So when I saw D, he was sitting right in the row in front of me, and he had a short haircut around that time. So like my dog neck was just out. So just like I was like, dang, it's right there, and I said, "Wop!" I smacked him in the back of his neck. So he probably didn't like me for a good month after that, and we got cool afterwards, but that's because he had to talk to me.
That's accurate. I ain't gonna lie. I was very upset and definitely did not mess with him. And then I don't even know how it happened, but it's just I walked in, I said what's up, we had a conversation, then I just completely forgot that he smacked me in the back of my neck. I mean, I remember it, but yeah.
But I also like to point out the facts. So like me and D was talking about like, going from like Christian music to core music to secular music.
Yeah.
How was it growing up as a young Christian man? Because I don't know if you know this too, but as much of a heathen as I am, my mama was my Sunday school teacher. My grandma was the superintendent and the decorator for the church, and I was at church every Sunday, Wednesday, and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how was it for you as well, growing up as a young Christian man, bathe inside the Bible, and then growing up and be like core music, and then be like, okay, I'm out here in the world now.
Honestly, it's hard to say because, and I'll be honest about it, like I really didn't start reading the Bible like that until maybe like a couple years ago. So, and then me being as nonchalant as I am, I didn't really see it as much of like a transition. It's just, okay, I grew up in the church, but I like this music over here, the secular stuff. So that's what I would start writing. But I will admit that there were a lot of changes with that because I started off doing secular, but then I wanted to get back, or I took a step forward and backward at the same time, like by backwards going back into doing like Christian music and trying to be a Christian rapper, but then took another step forward in the sense of like, okay, well, I'm not 100% in the church still, and then took another step where, okay, I started doing more conscious things, and it's getting to a point where I'm like, okay, now it's just whatever I feel. If I feel like writing a song that is gonna have a godly meaning, then I'll write that. If I write a song that's gonna be a bit more secular, then I'll write that too. But it just depends on what I'm feeling for that day.
When you was going through like that transition, did you feel like it was like a conflict in your mind, like what the people saying? You was lukewarm in your word.
I mean, in a way, like I mean, like so. I guess the best way I can describe the changes is that, in all honesty, it was. I think in all honesty, I was being pretty fake about it though, because when I was getting into the Christian, if not fake, then I mean it was definitely just different, because like when I started getting into being more of a Christian rapper, this guy, shout out to this man Alexander Wade, he put me on like Christian hip hop. So I took one night to just kind of listen to it, and I liked it, and then I started getting like deep off into that. But it was just like I just basically listened to it. And it's like, you know what, this is what I want to do. It wasn't. I guess I can't really say if it was like I felt pulled to do it, because after I went through that, I started going back to like cussing and stuff in my music. So, but I think one thing I will say that does remain is that I do try to have some type of a positive message, and I don't deny God. If that's the best way I can put it.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's I think that last part is like that one. That's the biggest part. Like, I can do it. I can do what I want. But everything I do, I have to know like the meaning behind it, the message behind it. And if I do have that opportunity to like be like, all right, I can put God in this, not being like, all right, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, all right, I got the spirit to put it in there. Let me just put that thing in there like that.
Thanks.
You know, I would say with me, I feel like it's been easy for the most part. But that's because I feel like I've always been like a little rebel within that part of me and my folks anyway. Um, cause I was always raised in the church choir. Like I said, my mama was my choir director. My mama was my first choir director. But she never was denying the fact that like, all right, my son listens to other stuff outside of me and stuff like that. And she loves jazz and she loves funk music. So it's not really like she could talk too much about me because funk music in the 70s to me is the equivalent of R&B music now in the sense, like you know what I'm saying. She did good with that, and I feel like once I got to high school, that's when I got to like core music and stuff like that, and they helped me learn how to like the singing techniques and how to like connect like emotion in music and stuff like that. Because you know how it gets when we're singing like Dr. Carney, you not know the meaning of a song even if it's in Italian and stuff like that. And knowing how to like connect all that stuff, and then growing up, now I've been going back into performing on stage with y'all. Which shout out to y'all. Y'all been pushing me to do a lot more. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just been so weird because like feeling your body when you're on stage is so weird.
Man.
I think that's what to just land on something. Yeah. That's like the biggest thing. Like trying to like make sure you're promoting the right message when you're on stage, with your body language and with the way you sing in the song and stuff like that has been like something like I struggle with a lot since I've been like on stage. If y'all see nervousness, that's like my biggest thing actually.
No, same.
Like literally. And that's why I was asking, like, how do you plan on like putting out like your rollout and stuff like with your music? So like, what do you focus on when you like performing and stuff like that?
I just focus on just getting the song done. Like at first, or rather, that's pretty much my main mindset. Like I just want to focus on like, okay, hitting all the words, especially because I know like my flow can be fast at times, but focus on hitting the words, the syllables, making sure my throat ain't dry, because then I don't want to sound like I'm, talking with a list the entire time. So,
I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, that's just at the last showcase, my first song, y'all may not have heard it, but my mouth was dry. Like I was nervous, but I think that got like what plays into like, okay, how you get ready. Um it's just you got to put yourself in some type of mindset to know like, okay, this is a new moment. You're gonna do your big one, or you're gonna do your thing. Of course, you hope people like it, that they accept it for what it is, and just do it to the best of your abilities. Like in the case of a performance I did, I want to say last night, maybe a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
I talked to Queen Kiani. Shout out to Queen Kiani.
Great sister. She might be on the TikTok live knowing her.
Hopefully. Hey, Queen. No, I'm just playing. But no, for real, like I told her about how I tend to get nervous a lot, and she was saying like one thing that I should try is to step outside and just take some breaths, calm down and stuff. Well, for one, I kind of halfway did that. I wasn't going outside because it was cold outside. So yeah, I'm black people don't like cold. So yeah, but I did step out into the hallway and I talked to the homie TK. Shout out to TK, and just kind of got myself together. And I ain't gonna lie, like going to the stage, I was still nervous, but it's like as soon as I got on stage, I was chilling.
What performance was this? Was this Fat Jam?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I actually did an unreleased song, and like just getting on stage after doing what Kiani told me to do. I can't lie, I was chilling.
You went out there and flowed.
I flowed. It just came so. I ain't gonna lie, I was using my phone because I didn't have it fully memorized. But it's like I honestly feel like if I didn't have my phone with me, the performance still would have been great. That's how calm I was about it afterwards.
Okay.
So that's real about it.
I would say before I move on, like Kiani is a great resource for like performance structure and practice and stuff like that. She has been another person that like inspires me to perform and stuff like that. And I actually had a chance to sit in on the studio session and watch her work recently.
Okay.
And she is a beast, for real, for real. She is very intentional
Yes.
with everything she does. And she also pushes you to like take everything that you do very, very seriously. While trying to pull ideas out your head at the same time. She's a great person to work with in many different ways, in many different settings and stuff like that. So I do want to give her like those flowers and stuff like that.
Shoot, I say before you continue, sorry to interrupt.
You good? Keep going.
I was just gonna say another thing when it comes to Queen is, in all honesty, I think one thing that makes her stand out, at least to me, is just how smooth her voice is when she like talks, when she raps. You know, like I told her like on at Fat Jams, I'm like, she real deal could do an audiobook, you know, because that's how I guess you could say, if I'm using this the correct term, captivating. Yeah. Her voice is, you know. So Queen, this is like maybe the third time I'm telling you, get the audio book, man.
Please.
So, and anybody that's watching, do you remember what the name of her project was?
You talking about
the EP?
No.
Okay.
Not at the current moment.
Either way, she's on Apple Music. Go check out her EP. I promise you.
Soliloquy.
You will not be disappointed, man.
I want to say projects is like Soliloquy or something. Ooh, I'm sitting so mad and my phone on the live, so I can't take it. But he also does have a book out that she released a couple years ago. Okay. Called Spilled Milk, and it's a poetry book she has out too. That's really, really beautiful too. Okay. But I'm just so proud of watching her like grow and work over the past few years since I met her. Like I think I met her in like 2021. Okay. But I agree with you on her voice. Yeah. Her voice, especially like when she does poetry, her words, because like I said, she's so intentional. Yes. Her words are like not daggers, but it's like, you know how somebody like hit a kick drum or a bass drum and you feel that right in your chest every time? Yeah. Every time she talks, it's like you feel that hit your chest like that every time.
I say, to me, her energy is more so like when she talks, it's kind of like, you know how Wonder Woman got that truth lasso? That's it. She gets you. Just as soon as you hear it, you're done. Yes. That's it. She got you. You know, so.
But you know who else has a really great voice like that I love?
Humbly.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was going to say Cece.
Yes.
Cece.
Yes.
Cece voice to me, I told her it sounds like velvet.
Yeah.
Like it's just confident and warm and something like it's like a big warm hug and stuff when I hear her do like some of her poetry and stuff like that. Like that's literally the type of vibes I get when I hear her do her stuff. Even when it's like she's like going crazy cussing and it's like like it still feel like you know how guys say like a girl cussing them out and you be looking at her cuss, you're like, that's kind of sexy. Cece's voice to me when she be going crazy, I'm like, yeah, sis, go off. Please go off.
I'm here for it.
No, literally. But I agree. Humble's voice is a voice that's like, it captivates me because of how raw. Humble's voice to me is a very raw voice. Yeah. I love to hear her voice crack and stuff. I love to hear her change within her like octaves and stuff like that. I love to hear her just flow through whatever, and she doesn't care about the wavering of her voice and stuff like that, but it also sounds really, really good because of the way she controls it and stuff like that. I love hearing that.
Most definitely. No, that's like when I hear Humble, one thing that I think always draws me with Humble is that when you hear her, whether she's rapping, whether she's singing, for me, it's always singing, like you can always feel like what she's saying, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and she has kind of like that voice that I feel is, for lack of a better term, you could say generational. And I mean that in the sense of like, I'll hear her sing and I'm like, you could have been like singing with Aretha Franklin and all that stuff, but you also could be singing with some of these people out here, you know what I'm saying? Like Aria Lennox, Shoot, I would even throw Beyonce up there. You know what I'm saying? Like
I thought of like Sade or something like
Sade,
that.
definitely.
When I think of humble.
Yeah, Solange, Knowles. So I mean, she's definitely got a voice on her that I'm always like ready to hear when I see her get on stage.
So, who is a performer you probably like base your style off of?
Locally or like in general?
I was thinking in general, but both.
Both. Okay, so I'll name 3 people locally and then 3 people in general. So
Okay, I like this. Way more people
locally,
than I thought.
oh yeah, locally, um, there's a dude named, he goes by Yosefu. You know,
Okay.
he was at one of the Freestyle Fridays. Definitely a dope rapper. I met him in high school. You know, he lied to me about not knowing how to rap, and I saw him freestyling at the cafeteria. So yeah, I'm still calling you out, Yosefu. But there's that. Another local artist, Low Eyed.
Yeah,
Like,
Low is definitely on our list. Top performance.
oh, definitely like amazing battle rapper. Definitely a very good storyteller, especially with that one song that he's been doing.
I think I think it might be like called Roses.
Yeah.
Like play me a chord or two.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. He did it
Yeah.
at the showcase with TK floating around with the flowers and
Yeah,
stuff like
that
that.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Yes.
And then a good third artist, Cece, the poet. Definitely would say those are my 3 locally and general. At the top of the list, hey, if anybody's hating, you can hate. I don't care. J. Cole is gonna be at the top of the list.
Of course, we knew this for the.
Shut up. But yeah, J. Cole. I don't know if you heard of him, but it's a guy. If I'm pronouncing his name right, is Gilbert Forte.
Okay, that's what. No, I haven't heard of it.
You haven't. Well, I can't lie. I found out about him on a video game, but
Okay.
as an artist, he definitely has some really dope music. I wish he put out some more, but you know, whatever he does is what he wants to do.
Mm.
But Gilbert Forte, and I would definitely throw Kendrick Lamar at that third spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like lyricists and people really intentional with their words. That's your type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, heard. Okay.
Yes.
My top 3 locally, because I didn't plan to do that many people. I ain't gonna lie, but now you can't let you outdo me though.
This this dude.
My top 3 locally, I would say is Chloe Schumann. I love seeing her perform. I remember the first time I saw her perform at the camp, like a year or 2 ago. I was like, who is this? Who's this pretty curly girl with this big old voice and this big old hair on the stage? I like her. And I feel like she just came out the blue. And ever since I saw her come out the blue, and the first day we met, too, like after she got off stage, I was like, hey, I really like your performance. She said, I really like you. And we've been like that since. That's my girl. I love her.
Respect to that.
And she sings down, okay?
Respect.
Not somebody calling me.
You're on the podcast, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? I might just move this closer. Because I see people talking to us on TikTok too.
Oh shoot, they may have some questions.
But when I saw Chloe perform, it was just so great because of how open she is. Like, I'll just go ahead and sneak in one of my general performers that I love. She reminded me of Duran Bernard. Because of how open she is. And shout out to Duran because he just won a Grammy for Best Progressive R&B Album.
Yes,
Very
sir.
well deserved. Shout out to Duran Bernard for that. But also local performers I love is Sammy Marie. I love watching her sing. She's a very clear singer. She reminds me of her. She reminds me of that vibe.
Yeah.
But I like her also because she's like a hidden gem. She might not pop out much, but when she pops out, she always gives like a very like
she popped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one male artist I miss in the city, Jamal.
Jamal?
Yes.
Okay.
Jamal was a singer. And I liked his presence and his promotion and his rollout of his performances and his projects.
Yeah.
He was very intentional. And he knew who his audience was. He knew how to play to his audience.
Okay.
And he knew how to control the room to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course I said Duran Bernard for my general artist. But I also love Beyonce, of course. That's one of my top number one. Because who can top Beyonce? Thank you. And after Beyonce, who do we have? Oh, I'm tripping. Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder is like one of my all-time favorite artists. When I was an undergrad, I literally went and listened to his whole discography in order from beginning to end.
Okay.
And that could sing. He was a tenor. Like way back in the way, that boy was just hooting and hollering.
Nah, man, I agree.
So Stevie Wonder is my top two, and I also didn't know that he stopped making music to go and handle like worldly issues and like do stuff, community service and stuff like that. Yeah, that's allegedly that's what he said. That's why he stopped making music and stuff like that.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
We still kind of need an album, but you know,
definitely the album. Him and Rihanna, cough. Since she want to make fashion and have babies and stuff, she gonna block me. But get off that girl. Get off that girl.
You talking to me or ASAP?
ASAP.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. I just talked to you earlier. We said you had no kids. No. All right, making sure. Making sure. I said, wait, we just hit on this subject earlier, brother.
If you want to circle back, I'll tell you. I ain't got no kids.
I ain't making sure. But those are my favorite performers. But okay. I like people that can really like deliver on stage. That's my thing. Because you know me, I'm a little extra. So I like people that really like do dancing. They focus on not just like them on stage, but they focus on the people behind them, the stage behind them, and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know,
respect.
What's your? You talk about your favorite performance. What's your least favorite performance you ever done?
Honestly, first time at Robin's Garden.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just dug up something. All right.
Oh yeah, like, cause I mean, that was like maybe my first time perform. Like, I think the last time I performed prior to that was like in 2018. Mm-hmm. So like, I sat up there and thought I was ready. You know, I had my songs picked out. I technically knew all the words, you know, because they were old songs at the time. But getting up there, again, dry throat, and was worse. I kept stumbling over the words, you know. So I'm like, I don't even know what's going on, you know. And then I think I'll admit to this, I think what didn't make it any better is that my ex, you know, she came back in town, and one of the songs was like dedicated to her because you know we still cool. But at the same time, she was there. So
she was at Robert's Garden, or she was in town.
She was at Robert's Garden. She decided to come and see the performance.
Of course she did.
So I was like, hey,
of course she did.
That was my worst performance, you know. But in terms of my best one, I want to say it was. I think it was October at Pollo's Freestyle Friday. You know, I did an unreleased track.
I remember that.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about then. So that was probably my best one in terms of like getting out of my own way and saying, look, I'm gonna connect, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna dip. And that's exactly what I did. You know, got some good definitely got some good feedback even like after that night. You know, I had a couple of messages that were telling me about, you know, how different that was how different that performance was compared to previous ones. So I would say, yeah, Robin's Garden is the worst. Freestyle Friday is the best.
So what made that Freestyle Friday performance the best? Like, was it just you like confidence wise or what?
Confidence, like being locked in. I knew the songs that I wanted to do. I knew how I wanted to perform them. I already would kind of. I did something that Sarai was telling me. Like, I think she said, shout out to Sarai Sessions.
She gave a great point.
She said, like, practice in the mirror. Yes. And that's what I was doing, like, prior to that. I didn't do a lot of it because I think I was, like, busy at the time, but I did do it enough to where, like, when I got on stage, like, I was still nervous, but it was kind of like, you know how it is, like, once that music really starts playing, then you kind of get lost in that moment, you know.
What the kids saying, flow state?
Pretty much, yeah. So that's why I put that as my top performance, because I think that was like the most that I've actually been real confident and sure in myself. You know, at least prior to the recent one where Kiana gave me that advice.
Shout out to black women and all these amazing advice y'all been giving.
Can I give a quick message, man?
Go ahead.
Man, let me tell y'all this.
Go ahead, talk to them.
I don't care what nobody says, all right?
Nobody.
Black women,
Yeah.
y'all are magnificent. Y'all are phenomenal.
Period.
Y'all are the light that shines on the earth. So just know, at least we love y'all. All right. Just want to go ahead and shout out to black queens, black goddesses, all that. Just that's it. Okay, I'm good.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. And I actually wholeheartedly co-sign that message. Wholeheartedly. There's some amazing like black women out here that been giving some great performances. I want to highlight the fact that I do say like Clemson has like Music Month, but that Women in Music Month week, that not Music in Month week. That sounds crazy, Jared. That Women in Music Month, boy, it actually hits different because you got like Love Jones, you got Sound on the Hill because shout out to CC the Poet, she usually brings something up with that.
Yeah.
And then Sharona Henderson usually does something, and you can expect something from like anybody else that's in the city doing something with music and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So shout out to all the black women in Huntsville that's running stuff creatively, financially, structurally. Y'all are doing the thing. But Sarai is actually another person who I love performing. So she's on that list. If I could sneak one more person on my list, I would sneak her on that list. Her, Dee, and Nisha. I want to say that's the girl that's been performing with them now.
Okay.
Have you heard them sing together?
I actually haven't. I'm missing.
It's like the music's from Hercules type of blending they doing. I'm gonna show you a video that I got because I went to. It was actually I want to say it was Tamaya's performance. She did one.
Okay.
And what they do is they sing during intermission. But they blend together so well. And it's just a type of blend I haven't heard in a minute. It reminded me of back when Jazz McKenzie, Jay, and Diamond used to all sing together.
Okay.
And I love that type of blend. And you can tell like they just got that vibe together.
Natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I like the way she invokes her emotions and stuff like that. And I like the way she projects and just she feels that whole thing out. I just love that thing.
Man, I say when Sarai sings, it's like shit, man. I'm saying she makes you feel like you're not even where you sitting at. You know, like I think at one of the performance practices she did a song, and all I could think of no. I think it was at the showcase, the 007 showcase.
Yes.
And the song, whatever song she was singing, all I could think about is, man, if I had me a girlfriend, I'd take on a tropical vacation listening to this song. Like that song just really put me in a state of peace, you know.
And I think I remember she was singing like "I Want You Around" by Sonora Allegra because
Yeah.
he always like starts that off. I realize she's like starts off with that, but she just do something to you. It's all right.
I'll tell you, this is black women doing this. Just letting you know. So,
And then every time she talks to me, I just feel like, oh, she loves me. I love her so much. But shout out to Sarai and the Note Jazz Lounge. She's been doing some great work up there with also Gabriel Lyrics. They've been doing some great shows up there. I think they just had a show this past weekend. I think their next one might be on like the 20th.
I gotta make sure.
I want to say, I want to promote it wrong, but make sure if y'all are looking for a nice show coming up at the Note Jazz Lounge, y'all check out Sarai Sessions page, and you'll be led to the right place and stuff like that.
Facts.
I had another question, but I kind of forgot. You got anything, brother?
Let's see. Okay. What is like even from A&M and being a Sound on the Hill, you know, what is something that you know is constantly sticking with you when it comes to like performing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, from A&M, Sound on the Hill, what's one thing about you when it comes to performing that you know has not changed?
Like, does that mean like what I do to prepare or like how I am on stage?
Let's do both.
Okay. In how I prepare, I was actually talking to somebody about this. I don't know if you've ever known this. I'm actually not big on practicing.
I mean, I had some shade I want to throw, but I'm just gonna leave it.
No, say it. I want you to say it.
I was gonna say because I mean, you know, you didn't make a lot of practices at A&M. You know.
Yes, I
I
did.
don't remember you being.
Yes, I did. I didn't have a choice. No, I'm not. I'm not subscribing to that. No, I made every practice except for a couple, but I made every practice. No, because Doc was on me. I could not be at practice.
I mean,
That's not true.
When you had to, you know, when you required president, yeah, you had to be there. But
I was there before then. No, man, I'm gonna send this to the people so they can know. They can vouch for me. I was in there.
All right.
Now I might not have came to sectionals on time.
You definitely did.
But I was gonna be there for full practice. That started at 7 because that was in the scholarship contract.
Yeah. Okay.
Sectionals was in that scholarship contract.
Y'all get to say was scholarship. You good?
Yeah. Now I do recall my president year. I did have to start showing up a lot more, and I will say that instilled a lot of discipline in me. I will say like that kind of helped me flow into like a lot of the person I am in now.
Okay.
Because I was just telling somebody how like you know I'm not that good at the piano, and I wasn't coming to sections before then. So Doc would come to me and be like, "Hey, I need you to do sections with the men." I'd be like, "Who's gonna play the parts?" And he'd be like, "You are. You know how to play the piano." I'd be like, "I don't know how to play that part." He was like, "Well, you got 2 hours before practice to learn." And then so now I'm forced to practice. So that's the type of stuff he would do to me, like my president year. And I would say, but what I was getting into, I was saying like some songs though, the reason I kind of got a big head about that is because I memorize and catch on to things like that so easily.
Okay.
So I would say one thing I had to like bring with me and work on from each place is my stage presence.
Okay.
And how to capture my audience in each setting. Because you know, us performing on the stage in the choral setting is so much different from us performing at Black Umbrella or the Around Amphitheater. It's two different types of energies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I realized once I started performing on stages now,
yeah,
that I have been so locked into this choral setting.
Okay.
That I'd be so scared to move around for on stage.
You're not lying about that.
Like I'm so used to us being like this on stage and not having to move that now I'm on stage trying to give this to the crowd and everything like that. And I'm like, am I doing too much? No. And then if you look at a video of yourself and you actually are still stiff.
Yeah. No, because I mean choir taught you to be like have no soul when you sing it. Be soulful, but be still.
Yes.
So no, I get it.
So that I feel like my stage presence has been something that I've been trying to work on. But a good thing, a pro thing that followed me is engaging my diaphragm in everything I do. I feel like that's why I still can't smoke hookah if I wanted to. But it's like that diaphragm work that like they like drilled into us.
Yeah.
And realizing like that was a cheat code because a lot of the people, no shade, that like you know we worked with and stuff like that. That's something like they still like working on learning and stuff like that. And you got folks out here like Lucky Day who's singing his scales while he running on the treadmill.
Man,
yeah,
dedication.
But that's type of stuff that would have us doing like Doc. At least I know Mr. Neely. I don't know if he was there when he was there. He had me doing jumping jacks while singing my scales one time for sure.
See, I had something different. Like prior to me getting A&M, I had Dr. Pitcher, but
that's who recruited me. I love her. I miss her.
Man, shout out to Khali'l Pitcher. Like, amazing vocal coach. She would have me like walk around the classroom, stiff back, straight faced, but singing a happy birthday song. I didn't think that it did anything, but it did. Like, it's like somehow it helped me loosen up in some way, shape, or form. It also kind of helped me understand, like, yeah, sometimes the way you stand can affect the way that you sing, you know, especially in like breath control. So that definitely helped me out a lot, you know. And she always picked out the right songs for anybody when it came to like, what was it like when we had to sing a solo for a grade?
When we had to do recitals, was it every week or every month? I feel like it was once a month. I can't remember. I feel like it was once a month we had to do recitals or twice a month. I hate that.
I can't remember, but
it was traumatizing.
It was. It was.
It's traumatizing.
Sure. Okay, well, if I can ask a second question, what is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just you know.
We're chilling.
Yeah. Okay, so now I guess to be a little more selfish, what do you think is probably one of your favorite songs off my mixtape?
I haven't dived into it yet. I would hate to do. I'm sorry, but
It's been out since September, bro.
I know. I know. And so I'm sorry.
The stuttering is real, bro.
I know, cause that was some real shit.
It's all good though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to sit here and lie to you.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But you know, it's literally not off the fact that I didn't want to listen to it. I just actually genuinely have forgotten. So now, the same way you do me about the jury. Yeah.
Yeah, but the only reason the jewelry was different is money was involved. So,
No.
Yeah.
No, because of your money.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your money still.
I'm not getting paid for this mixtape.
But it's for the love of money.
It's for the love of music.
I'm pretty sure it's a song on there about the love of money.
No, it's not. You. Wow. Man, I feel insulted. Dang.
But no, I'm actually trying to do better about making sure I check out everybody's projects and stuff about the people around me.
Yeah.
For situations and stuff like this, because I actually am worse than that than people think.
Checking out the projects?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Because honestly, I just got back into falling in love with music like recently.
Respect.
Yes.
Gotta ease back into it, man.
Yes. But what's your favorite project off your album?
Of course, they had to hit me with the reverse, man. Oh, shoot. You're not funny for that. I just need you to know.
I know. I just had to laugh it off, though.
Middle finger.
Yeah.
Anyways, see, I did like 14 tracks, so I would say, even though like I was leaning to a different song, I would probably say Young Corey is probably my favorite one, just because the history behind it. Like when I first wrote it, I was just on YouTube listening to beats. I found a beat for it, and I said, okay, I'm just gonna write whatever comes to my mind. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just let your mind flow. And automatically, I was already writing the story, and I was like, hold up, I like where this is going. You feel me? So I was like, okay, well, let me continue this. And I took a break for a while. Had to get some stuff done. Had some issues, I guess, whatever, I can't remember. And then I said, okay, let me revisit the song. And then it was finished. You know what I'm saying? It takes me a good minute to finish a song. That song, for a lot of people, this may feel like a long time, but for me, it felt like my shortest time. That song only took me like 1 month to finish, you know? And it was easy to like write, record, and it's because the song came so naturally. And then I guess it's the fact that I was able to lean that into the song after that, Ghetto, you know. But Young Corey, especially from a storytelling perspective, is probably gonna be off that project, my top favorite.
If I had to choose between those two songs, because I've seen you perform those songs many times, and I would have to choose Ghetto. I don't know why. I like the way you tell the story
in Young Corey, but your energy in Ghetto is just on raw hood race thing. I think that's what I like. So there's that. But
appreciate it.
Okay. But Corey is also just so interesting because I do feel like when you perform that, I don't know if you have like a personal connection with the whole story, which I well, you told us the story. But the way you get involved with you perform that song is always like I can tell like he mean every word that he said when he comes out of that thing.
Appreciate that, man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's not really, to be honest, it's not really much of a story with Ghetto. It's actually somewhat the same thing, except the slight difference is that Ghetto, just like Young Corey, it came to me naturally, but I already knew that I just wanted to do a song with my homeboy who, is what's it called? Credited as HBK Okage, right? So when I finished writing the verse, which took longer than Young Corey, I was just ready to get it to him, and once we finally recorded it, now he did admit, and then, first shout out to HBK Okage. He did admit that the verse that he did, and I just do want to put this disclaimer out here, that the verse he did was not his verse. It was actually a verse by, and I don't want to butcher the name, but hopefully you know what I mean when I say it was a verse by the late XXX.
Okay.
Yeah. He it was a verse from his song Pistol, but he said he did it as a tribute. But it's like the way that he fit it just made me seem like, dang, why does this hit so hard? You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not his verse, it's like the way that he was able to slide it on there and on top of shouting them out, it was just like, yeah, I mean, I can write a second verse to make it more original, but I just want to leave it like that. I just like how that sounds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not stealing his verse.
Yeah. If anybody hears it, he didn't steal.
I'm not stealing his verse. You know, that's why on my YouTube channel, when you get to the video, I put it in the song. Read the description so people know I'm not plagiarizing.
There you go.
But I did.
I did want to leave it like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like, if I was to put it on Apple Music, Ghetto is probably one that's not going to make the cut just because of that reason.
I hate that.
I know, but out of respect for, you know, the artist
Mhm.
and the fact that it is not, that verse specifically is not neither one of ours, I just rather do it like that.
Okay.
But it's still going to be on my YouTube for people to listen.
There you go.
Yeah.
I at least need that. Okay. I can take that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You mad?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
a little bit. I'm a bad little bit.
okay. Fair.
So, what else you got planned up for this upcoming year?
Upcoming year? Honestly, not much. But I'll share a couple things.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
I am trying to write potentially. I'm not going to say too much on it, but I am trying to write a movie in a sense, maybe a series. That I am trying to get Sound on the Hill in on.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Bag, I understand.
Oh yeah, like it's oh, I will share this. It is inspired. Most of the inspiration comes off of like a music video. You ever heard of "Slow Down" by Skip Marley?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene where he and Gabby or her were in that party.
Mm.
Basically, that one scene inspired me to try and write this movie. So
Okay,
I want to try and like take that and just kind of play it off of it. So I am writing that. I'm working on a song for a Queen Kiani feature.
There you go. Here
So-
she go again. She's looking busy. Bro.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm ready to get that done and written, and outside of that, I really don't have much of anything. My life right now is just I get pulled in so many different directions. It's hard to like stay on one path, but once I get focused, something's gonna be dropping, you know.
There you go.
So and I will admit that if not next month, then the month after, I will be dropping a new track. So
Okay.
hopefully everybody will vibe, you know,
Alright.
with
It's all right. What
Yeah.
type of track we looking for?
that.
It's going hard like ghetto.
Nah.
Alright, okay.
I'll admit it's not gonna be like Ghetto, but
But want to be a love boy now.
I ain't Drake, man. But
You light skin.
what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. What's the track about?
No, don't skip over that. Man, we gonna come back to that. But the song, well, I'll put it like this: it is about a previous relationship that I had, but it's just from a vulnerable place. But it's not shady. It's not meant to like crap on my ex or anything.
Mhm.
It is gonna address some things to an extent, but it's just me being vulnerable. You
Okay.
know, that's one thing that even my producer was telling me during the process of recording Urban City Blues is that there were only like 2 tracks where I was speaking from an honest place, whereas all the other ones were like just other people's perspectives. So that's one thing I'm trying to work on is just being a bit more vulnerable. It's hard because I don't really like talking about my feelings like that, you know, but I mean I can still talk about some things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's gonna be one of them, you know.
I'm saying talk about your feelings is your superpower as an artist though. So how you not gonna like talk about your feelings?
No. I mean, because for the most part, I'm a nonchalant dude, so that I don't really I don't tend to have a lot of feelings to talk about. But you know, I'll at least be honest and say like, hey, you got some things that you can say you've done that you're not proud of.
Mhm.
So you just try not to talk about those things. You got some things that you don't mind talking about, but it's just like, okay, well, you got to think, how comfortable are you sharing? You
Mhm.
know, and then it's like if it's addressing somebody else, you know, in this case, I guess with my ex,
Mm.
it's like, well, I'm not trying to stir no drama up. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? This is just me being vulnerable, you know. And it is going to be some raw emotions. So I will admit there are still feelings attached to the situation, but in terms of like trying to start something, that's completely not the intention.
I feel like you good. As long as you're not here name dropping and stuff, you know, like
Nah,
Nicki Minaj and all these rest of these artists be doing when they be beefing with folks in their songs, you be alright.
nah,
Yeah.
man. I'm not a. I'm gonna be honest. I don't beef with nobody. I don't like getting into drama. It's like if we got something, we can talk it out. If we don't, we ain't got to. But I'm not gonna run around the city trying to drag your name or nothing like that. I have done that,
I might do both.
and I know you would.
I
But
might do both. I'm
I'll
gonna have a
admit,
conversation and I'm gonna drag your name.
I'm already knowing. But I will admit that I have done that. Like a couple years ago, I did do that, and looking back, I'm not proud about that. I'm not. So that's one thing that I aim not to do.
Mm.
What you left? They saying some stuff, ain't this?
It's ironic that Kiani just came on the live on TikTok and said 2 Scorpios, oh Lord. And she didn't even hear that we gave her flowers like 3, 4 times before she came over here. That's crazy.
That's the drama right
We've been over here giving you your flowers,
I
sister.
know, showing love, man.
Right.
I was about to shout your EP out, but I guess I'll
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Matter of fact, Kiani, if you still on TikTok live, drop the title of your EP because we're
Yeah.
trying to think of the name of it, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got some more tracks coming from Demetrius Davis.
Yeah, man.
He's not Drake. Well, he's J. Cole. That type of light skin. Facts.
Hey, I'll take that.
But I'm actually just kind of vibing right now.
Okay.
Whatever that comes from Jared this year, that's what's gonna happen. That's the best I got for real.
All I know is that
You can't talk about something with yours.
I better see you on stage again, man.
Oh, okay.
And I do want the jewelry, but
Okay.
I want to see you on stage again, man. Like, and I will say this, like, shout out to Jared at the last showcase.
Okay.
He said it was his last performance. I refuse to
talk
believe
about
that. I will not believe that. I want this dude back on stage singing, even if we gotta have TK dancing, throwing out his jewelry. We need that people pay for, of course. Yeah, we need him on stage. So yeah. Serious about the jewelry though.
But see, like, what had happened, and I don't mind being transparent because
Okay.
my name's Jared. What happened with that whole thing last year about me being at last performance was I was supposed to move.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I was not supposed to be in Huntsville still right now.
Okay.
Literally the weekend. So I don't know if you know, I was trying to go to grad school.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to go to grad school for music therapy.
Okay.
And so I tried to hit that, all right, I'm just going to take a leap of faith. I'm just going to move out to Georgia. I'm just going to find me an apartment. I'm going to try grad school, yada, yada, yada. Man, I had quit both my jobs by the time my showcase came, I had quit both my jobs.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I had quit both my jobs and I had my last day and I was finna move out. I had my whole apartment packed up and everything. And then why did my dumb self put the wrong move out dates on my lease?
How do you do that?
My name's Jared. So so that's why I've been telling people, a lot of people, and I was like, I thought that was your last performance. Why you still in Huntsville?
Yep.
I tell them, I said, you know how God like sits you down real bad?
Yeah.
I tell him, I said, he grabbed me by my ankles and sat me back on my couch.
I don't know,
because by the time that happened and I found out I was supposed to move,
I
wasn't supposed to move. I had everything in the U-Haul.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the grab you by the ankles part.
God grabbed me by the ankles and said,
boy. That's not a sit down, that's a slam.
Like, that's what he did. That's how I felt.
Well, God, thank you. Because he needs to say
that's how I felt.
Like,
but I'm so grateful
because
I do feel like since that has happened, I've been much more appreciative of the spaces I've been in, the people I've been around, the village I have, and the environment I'm in. So I felt like that was a wake up call for me to just be in the moment where I am.
Okay.
and not be so focused because sometimes, especially as artists and especially as just men, we be focused on our next goal,
Yeah.
even while we finishing the goal that we're working on now.
Yeah.
So and I was telling my friends, me graduating throughout COVID, I was like, dang, I didn't even feel like I got my finish line like I was supposed to. So I feel like I've been searching for like my next one, like, all right, let me go ahead and do grad school so I can feel my accomplishment again, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like really slow down and pull back, and just get back into just like, all right, just be in the moment and be jazzed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been saying I've been back making jewelry, been back doing music stuff. I've been back doing just being active with people around me. I've been thinking about like having like a lot of the singers just come up to my house and just do stuff. So I've been trying. That's it. But with that being said, I do want to get on stage, not as much as I probably would like. But I would like to get back on stage every now and then. But I genuinely don't like performing. It just don't give to me. But you know what does give to me?
Yeah.
When I be running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to make sure all the performances is going great. So like at the showcase at the amphitheater, me running around doing stuff like that. At the 007 showcase, making sure everybody got their stuff together for that was fun. I like that stuff. I like the behind the scenes work more than being on stage. I don't know why.
Is it because of like, it's that sense of like keeping yourself busy and in motion? We're having to get all that stuff taken care of.
Probably so. It's like an adrenaline type of thing.
Saying no, I get it. I get it.
It's really like an adrenaline type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's just so tedious. It probably just feeds my ADHD and stuff like that.
Understand.
But performing, I say I've been okay with doing that because it's been a challenge because that's something I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't mind doing it. But it's also been weird because both of us got lower voices. Finding songs because I don't have no original music.
Yeah.
Finding songs that like match my register as a baritone bass singer, that's been like rough.
No, I can relate just because like I do want to make songs where I do sing, but I know my voice is already deep. You know what I'm saying? So like trying to come up with something, and I will admit, I think another thing that holds me back is that there is a fear of like people, because like I guess I'm looking at. I'm not trying to sound judgmental when I say this, but it's like I don't hear a lot of people listening to a lot of deep voice singers, these days. Like I know we got classics like Barry White and stuff, but like in terms of nowadays, I don't.
He the last one, really.
Basically, like, so
like for if you want to be honest, like who's been up since the Barry White?
I can't. Well, I mean, Dr. Carney.
We'll talk about
Okay, but that's just me. Like, it's hard for me to come up with a song. Like, even like on my first mixtape, that I did for the girl I was with at the time. I tried to sing in my lower register, but it just was not. It wasn't hitting.
It don't hit the same. Even and I know, and it's like it'd be crazy because in yourself, since it don't hit the same, people looking at them like, and I know you feel like it don't hit the same. So, and then because what it is like, I tell people like having a deep voice is almost is a physical thing. When we say having a deep voice and having a lighter voice, it's genuinely a physical thing. Our voices are heavy. So we can't be doing all those riffs and runs like who be doing a lot of riffs and runs? That's a male singer. Huh? Yeah. And DMR and all them. Yeah. I'm envious. I can't even lie to you.
Fact.
I'm envious. The way they throw them riffs and runs off they vocal cords like it ain't nothing. And Josh, especially Josh. But they are great singers and stuff like that. But like that's something I had to learn, like the difference in my voice and like listen to folks like Luther Vandross does a good job at it.
Yes.
Even though he's a baritone close to a tenor. Yeah. But he doesn't do a whole lot of like riffing and running over the where, but he knows how to like change his notes and catch your attention. Yeah. That's something that I've been having to try to learn as a low voice singer. Yeah. But I think something that you could probably do great in your music and stuff like that we do great, is stacking deep voices and putting some harmonies on those things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's hard. That's something I would try.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Because think about Frank Ocean is a baritone singer.
True.
Music Soul Child is another baritone singer. Daniel Caesar's another good one too.
True.
And he does great at stacking his vocals and everything like that too. So that's something like that's somebody I would like piggyback off of.
See, like for me, every time that I try to do some type of singing, admittedly, and this is gonna feed into your Drake shade earlier. I would try to do some type of Drake singing, or I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, so I'm not gonna try it. But T.I.'s son,
Damani?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. Like there were some songs I heard him singing in, and it definitely sounded very smooth. Actually,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like T.I., he's got a talented son.
You know his other son do country music, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think like Damani does something, one does country music, and somebody
That's true.
That's
true.
Shabuzi's a great
Shabuzi is a good
baritone.
one. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's my thing. Like, and I guess that's me just mostly staying more on the hip hop aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because like me and my family, like I consider myself and my immediate family the somewhat different child. Like you know, my mom plays flute. Yeah, my mom plays flute. My granddad played tuba. My grandma played piano. My aunt actually played sax, and I used to play cello. I tried to get in piano, but
I know you used to play cello.
Huh?
I didn't know you used to play cello.
Yeah, like
Because I mean this shit.
in elementary school, going in the middle, I would play, and then eventually I wasn't into it no more, so I dropped it. When I got to high school, I just well, getting into rap was a bit funny just because like I got pulled into a rap battle I honestly didn't really want to be a part of. So like I didn't care I was a part of it, but I wasn't like aiming to be a part of it. It's just this guy flamed me, and people were saying, "Yo, man, you gotta get back on him." So I was like, "Okay." I had to try and think of some bars. I ain't never done this before. Said something, and then I was like, "Huh, I kind of like this rap stuff."
And I kind of did good. Oh God.
Yeah.
It's one thing to try something out, you don't do that good, but to try it out for the first time and you start eating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different bar.
That's how it was, man. So, and even when I try to like, I do still try to sing, you know. So like, and I know there is passion there. Like I'll sing songs even though they're out my range, I'll sing songs in the car like just to name at least two, like Change by August Alsina. Like I know sometimes I'll sing that even though it's out my range. I'll even do Drake's The Real Her, you know.
I
But
can see that.
those are the things I like, but trying to make one becomes the hard part because I'm like, okay, well, I know I got a good boring talking voice. I don't know how it's gonna sound singing. So
you know what also helped me a lot?
Yeah.
I went back and started messing with jazz music.
Okay.
Oh God. Because there's a lot of great baritone bass singers in like the jazz world and stuff like that. You know, me and you used to do stuff with vocal jazz and undergrad and stuff like that.
I missed those days.
That's what I'm saying. So I missed like that type of like crooning and stuff like that. I miss that stuff like that. So that's nothing that like helped me out.
Yeah.
To find better songs in my range and stuff like that.
Respect to that.
Okay. Right. It was nice chopping it up with you today, brother man.
Of course, man.
All right. And again, you got J. Khali'l and
D
from the Ville.
But shout out my Instagram at least is specifically D_from the Ville. You know, it's gonna have a picture of me looking very light skinned. So yeah, just do with that what you will. You know?
And what's the name of the project that they and I have to go check out?
Urban City Blues. Oh no. Because I really do need you to check that out. But no, you're good, man. But yes, it's Urban City Blues on it's on YouTube because I still working on getting it on streaming platforms. You got voices from Pollo Poppy, you got CC the Poet. Shout out to a singer in Huntsville who's coming up. His name is Charles Steele. Phone, I think the service is not, no offense to him, no service is not good, but if I find his Instagram, I'll send it to J. Khali'l. Hey, look, that's just my phone, man. That's just my phone, man. I'll put like this. Okay, let me expose myself. I'm with AT&T.
Don't do too much. I'm on AT&T.
Because I didn't ask when I got here, man. That's just, anyways, I'm light skinned, so yeah. But Charles Steele is on there. I don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody else. If there's anybody now forgetting, oh yeah, HBK, Okage, guy whose name is Z, who went to he actually went to A&M. He's a rapper. We did a talent show together.
Okay.
So yeah, you got some great voices on there. And I say just check it out. The link is on my Instagram. If you enjoy, please let me know if there's any improvement. Again, let me know. I'm open to feedback. And please get on him about the jewelry. Get on to him about the music. Tell him to stay on stage. You know, tell him that he owes me $5 for the fact that he lied to us about that being his last performance. So, yeah, I don't care if you're looking at the viewers, man. You owe me for that. I just want to throw that in. So, yeah, it's good seeing y'all. Yeah.
Well, disregard him. I appreciate you, everybody, for holding me accountable and keep me in my lane. Middle finger. But but no, thank you for coming on again.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh God, like I said, we've been locked in since undergrad. Nice talking to you about like going through music as an adult.
Yeah.
But if y'all can find me everywhere, my name is J Khali'l with Sound on the Hill. My Instagram is j.khalil_, because Khali'l means intimate friend in the Quran, and that's what I am to y'all.
He does like being called Gerard, though.
I don't like being called Gerard. If you can't say Jared, call me Jay.
Rod.
If you ever want some bracelets made, I do make jewelry. You do have to kind of stay on me. My business name is Khali'l Creative. I am also a bartender by trade as well. So if you need somebody to bartend your events, let me know. I do private events. I also do make curated environments with Sound on the Hill. We just did spoken structure superhero chefs. That I helped curate. I didn't help curate this event, but the next event we do have coming up is literary link ups at the basement. No, it's not at the basement. It's at the basement. We got literary link ups coming on February 13th, hosted by Queen Kiani. Go on the Sound on the Hill page and check out those details to make sure you're always at the right place at the right time with the right people, y'all. And just make sure y'all stay tuned, because Sound on the Hill as a team, we do got some more stuff coming up.
Definitely.
Everybody's working on great stuff. I think the interesting part about the team right now that I'm loving is everybody's using their own superpower in their own lanes. Like I said, I've been doing everything in my lane. Kiani has been doing stuff with Lovely Lane Creatives and recording. Aria's working on a great project coming up right now. Yeah. And Cece's been doing great with her poetry and curating events. Yeah. Poyo has been doing great performing, and him and Squirt and Paper have been traveling out of town performing. Thanks. TK's doing New York Fashion Week. Nice. Also doing stuff in Huntsville as well, and doing fashion shows and stuff like that. You just released your project. You've been doing what you got to do and everything for yourself and being creative. And then you've been showing up a lot and helping the team out a lot. I do want to give you your flowers on that.
Appreciate that, man.
Khadisha has been doing great. She's been getting into her creative bag. Yes. Building sets, creative directing, and helping with shoots and stuff like that.
Got some fire poetry too.
Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody, I feel like. Indigo.
Yes.
New dad, great creative, but he's a great resource. He's still been doing Media Mondays, and he's still been doing a lot of great stuff and taking care of his household and doing what he got to do. Definitely. So literally, I'm just enjoying where Sound on the Hill is right now. But as a team, we still do got some great stuff coming up later on this year. We're going to start back performance practice sometime this year, and it's going to be a whole nother ball game. And we are working on a few more surprises, so go ahead and clear up y'all dates for this summer, please, because y'all never know what might pop out at y'all. But again, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for Big Body Music for having us in here. Big Body Benz. Remember what that said? It said Big Body Benz. It was a TikTok or something I found or something like that.
I know what you're talking about, but it's not coming to me right now.
Oh my God, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I just started stimming, y'all. Bye. Y'all have a blessed day. Did I do good, Dad?
Oh man. Oh man. Are you proud of me, Father?
Okay, how about y'all TikTok? Did I do good?